Hello mentors, this week's first activity is called Break and Keep. In this activity, the students will give specific directions to a robot to create a fraction from a unit shape. But before we delve into the details, we should go over the goals that you should keep in mind. The goals of this week are pretty straightforward. We want the students to represent fractions visually and identify the unit they're working with. We also want them to understand the fractions that they make after performing several actions to a number. To meet these goals, the students will use specific instructions to manipulate a visual aid and create a fraction. The instructions come in two types, either break or keep. For the break instruction, the student will break the unit into x equal amount of units. For the keep instruction, the student will keep x amount of units and discard the rest. Once the sequence of instructions is completed, the students must calculate the fraction. These are just some basic things to keep in mind while we actually explain the activity. Now let's move on to the activity. For the actual activity, the students will create a sequence of instructions that they can find in the instruction sheet and try to make a fraction out of that by dividing a unit. The units can be either a square, rectangle, or circle. These instructions come in the form of A, B, or C in the instructor packet, respectively. The sequence of instructions must always start with A, B, or C. We need to set the unit. If you look at the instruction sheet, you can see that instructions D to K are composed of different actions that we can take. We have to create a sequence of these actions to create a fraction in the end. After creating a sequence of breaking and keeping, you have to count how many pieces you have left and calculate the fraction. To make the instructions more clear, let's go over an example. Step 1. Create a unit shape from instructions A, B, or C. In this case, we will choose C and make a circle. For step 2, you must choose a sequence of instructions from D to K. In this case, I chose DH, DH, L. Let's follow the sequence and begin with D, which is break 2. If you noticed, we split the circle in half. The next in the sequence is H, and we have to keep 1. So we keep 1/2 and discard the other. The next step in the sequence is break 2. We will just get the remaining piece and break it in half. The next step in the sequence is H, and it's keep 1. So we discard 1/2 of the piece and keep the other. Every sequence must end in L, which signifies the end of the instructions. Now, we should look at the remaining piece and try to calculate the fraction. If we put some thought into it, we can clearly see that the remaining piece is 1/4 of the circle. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know on Wednesday. Hope to see you then. Thank you.